Coming up on UT 10 News, we follow a UT research team's journey towards a cure for Alzheimer's.
And we also checked out a festival that brought color back to campus.
Plus, reporter Caitlin Ward has the highlights from women's soccer and Rocket baseball. Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Devan Lutz.
And I'm Zach Harig.
According to the U.S. Department of Justice, 18% of adult women have been raped during their lifetime.
That's why nationally it's Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and reporter Jenna Nance looked into how several groups are actively working to lower that statistic.
In 2001, the United States first recognized April as Sexual Assault Awareness Month. UT's Sexual Assault Awareness Education and Prevention Program has teamed up with the Counseling Center to host several different events throughout the month of April.
Let people know that this is an issue countrywide and that we are here to help you.
UT kicked off Awareness Month with International Day Against Victim Blaming, the Clothesline Project, and Sexual Assault Awareness Day at the University of Toledo Medical Center.
Sexual assault, unfortunately, is very prevalent. Rape is a very common crime, and people don't often think about it unless they're victimized.
The Hope Center has also partnered with UT to help provide services for victims, but also to provide a prevention message. If you or someone you know has been affected by sexual violence, you can contact the UT Sexual Assault Education and Prevention Program at 419-530-3431. I'm Jenna Nance for UT 10 News.
Thanks, Jenna. Since 1994, the university has been bringing awareness to sexual violence against women on campus. The Clothesline Project displays T-shirts that were made by people on campus who were affected by sexual assault. The shirts were displayed on Wednesday to the public at Centennial Mall. UT uses this event to let students know that services are available to help them.
It also allows us as the Sexual Assault Education Prevention Program to bring awareness to this campus.
Over 100 T-shirts were put on display this year. A UT research team is developing a treatment to help with the symptoms of Alzheimer's. Dr. Isaac Schiefer was awarded $100,000 in the fall by the Alzheimer's Association. The grant is being used to develop a small molecule pill. So far, the treatment has been shown to improve short-term memory when tested on mice. Schiefer says the understanding of the molecule's chemistry is key.
I don't want to say that we have, a cure sitting in my lab. Hope we do, but we're at a very early stage. I mean, the first thing really is to show, once you show activity, we must show that it's safe.
The team is hoping to earn a larger grant to begin clinical trials and fund advanced research. For the first time ever, Rockathon hosted a charity bike ride. 15 cyclists rode round trip to and from Savage Arena in a 20-mile loop through main campus and the Sylvania area. The ride was done to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. The riders left on Saturday at 11 a.m. during Rockathon and were welcomed back to the event by participants.
I thought it went really well. I was hoping for around 20, so 15 isn't too bad. I have high hopes for the future.
The group's goal is to make the ride longer and get more cyclists next year. Rockathon raised $147,000 this year. With the warm weather, Toledoans are looking to spend more time outside.
Reporter Amanda Beard looked into what Toledo's Museum of Art has to offer the Glass City for outdoor activity.
In 1977, Toledo was the first Ohio city to adopt a 1% for art program, which means a public building that cost $1 million would get a $10,000 grant for art. Susan Reams, a Toledo City Council member at the time, to get the measure passed, said, "We're going to be known for our great public art sculptures." Today, Toledo has over 83 sculptural works in the area. The Toledo Museum of Art offers a free 40-page booklet to guide art lovers on a tour to every location. Areas range from the Botanical Garden, Ottawa Park, Fifth Third Field, the museum's grounds, and even the University of Toledo.
I just love having beautiful things to look at without having to go in with the screaming baby. You can sit on the lawn and have a picnic.
Local artists don't think it's about the quantity of sculptures we have, but the quality.
We don't need more sculpture. We need to, whatever we add to the inventory of sculpture needs to be high quality sculpture.
With the 1% for Art program, we will be sure to see more sculptures like this one in Toledo in the near future. I'm Amanda Beard for UT 10 News.
UT students gathered in front of Wolf Hall to welcome in the spring season. The third annual Holi Toledo was held on Wednesday. The Festival of Colors comes from a Hindu holiday in India, which celebrates spring with colors, kindness, and love. Students were able to learn more about different cultures and organizations. The Centers for Diversity and International Programming sponsored the event.
Holi is a celebration, the Indian celebration of welcoming in the spring year, and it's the good way of letting go all the evil spirits and bringing in fun, festive, and excitement.
Span says this year's festival brought out over 450 students, topping last year's total. The Toledo Sister Cities held an international festival to celebrate culture. Toledo has a partnership with 10 cities and countries all over the world. Some of the countries include Spain, China, Lebanon, Egypt, Australia, and Tanzania, to name a few. The festival provided food, fun, and multicultural exchange on Saturday at the Student Union.
To learn a little bit about other people so that just because you don't know anything about them, you don't trust them.
This is the 7th year in a row the festival has been held at UT. UT celebrated National Library Week with game night. Approximately 100 people attended the 3rd annual game night at Carlson Library. Some of the events included a Smash Bros tournament, euchre, and magic card games. The library staff says this helps students get involved with the resources available at Carlson.
Our whole purpose is to help you guys succeed. So we've got a lot of people with a lot of expertise.
National Library Week has been celebrated since 1958 to recognize their contribution to the nation.
I'm Caitlin Ward, and this is your UT 10 Sports Report. The baseball team was home as they took on Wright State, while the softball team was on the road for their series against Central Michigan. But first, the women's soccer team continued their spring season as they hosted Youngstown State. The game was scoreless until the final 2 minutes of the first half, when Isabella Echeverry would send one past the goalie to give UT the lead. Less than a minute later, Rocket forward Kirsten Johnson delivers a strike to the corner of the net to extend the lead to 2-0. After UT upped their lead to 3 on a penalty kick, Youngstown State would get on the board with a header from Marissa Martin. Later in the half, the Penguins would capitalize on a penalty kick situation as Kyler Loom puts it past UT goalkeeper Sam Johnson to bring Youngstown within 1. However, the Rockets would maintain their lead and win with a final score of 3-2. UT head coach TJ Buckle says he was pleased with his team's effort.
It was good. We controlled the game like we wanted to for good stretches. Kind of had a couple of breakdowns that allowed Youngstown to be back in the game, but overall we're really proud of our girls.
The women's final game will be this Saturday at home against Michigan State. Now over to the Ball Diamond, where the baseball team hosted Wright State in the 3rd game of their weekend series. The Rockets looked to win Game 3 after splitting the first 2 games of the series. Wright State got on the board in the first inning, tallying 2 runs to take an early lead. Neither team would score again until the top of the 6th inning, where the Raiders would add 6 more runs, thanks in part to 4 bases-loaded walks by the Rockets. UT would not get a run across the plate until Ross Adolph scored off a Ryan Callahan groundout in the bottom of the 7th to make the score 9-1. In the end, the Rockets would fall by a score of 11-5, despite out-hitting Wright State 13-9. UT head coach Corey Mee says he is optimistic about the offense moving forward.
To create the opportunities for 9 consecutive innings, obviously pleased with that. Hopefully that'll translate into some more runs next game.
The Rockets will try to bounce back in their next game this afternoon against Dayton. Also, the softball team was on the road at Central Michigan this past weekend, but they lost all 3 games.
I know it's been a tough year for UT baseball and softball. Thanks, Caitlin. That's it for UT 10 News. For the latest breaking news from campus and bios from all UT 10 reporters, go to our website, ut10news.com.
And remember, you can watch the live stream of our newscast production every Tuesday morning at 10:30 on our YouTube channel. For Zach Harig, Caitlin Ward, and all of our crew, I'm Devan Lutz. Have a great week and stay tuned for more news from the UT campus.